The Lakers rolled out their new head coach, Darvin Hamm, and he talked about what's going to happen with Russell Westbrook. Here is the new Laker head coach.
Russ and I have had some really, really great one-on-one convos, man. And the biggest word I think came out of those discussions were sacrifice. We're going to sacrifice whatever we got to do. And it's not just Russ. There's going to be sacrifices that LeBron has to make, that AD has to make, on down the line through the rest of our roster.
First of all, I love the voice. You know, that's a guy who was an enforcer when he played. I got to get Russ to play hard, play defense. I'd love to have him come off the bench. But I've said this before. I think they're going to say all the right things. I don't think they can trade him, unless you throw in a draft pick of somebody who's already, in high school that's going to eventually be that draft pick for the Lakers. It's going to be like 5 years out. Trying to figure that out is kind of going to be that Rubik's Cube jigsaw puzzle. I don't think they want to keep him, but I think they have to keep him. And can you keep him and keep him happy? I want him engaged. And you can't change his shooting. And, I talked to Reggie Miller about this. What can you do to get him, like his form, release, shot selection? I would say to Russ, how do you think you can help us? Because I'd say, here are the numbers. This is how you shoot. And I hope that he's going to listen. And then you might have to have a coming to Jesus moment and just say, Russ, if it doesn't work out this year, nobody's going to pick you up. They don't want you. They're not going to pay you. Make this work. This is how we make this work. And then you hope that you can sprinkle in some magic dust here and Anthony Davis stays healthy and LeBron is able to sort of still play at a LeBron level. But, man, asking a lot. And this is a rookie head coach here. But I thought that, all right, you're going to say all the right things. He also talked about, just how great Russ is.
Don't get it messed up. Russ is one of the best players our league has ever seen. And there's still a ton left in that tank. I don't know why people tend to try to write him off. I'm going to approach him like I do every player I've ever encountered.
Yeah, but it's like you have diesel gas in a gas tank that calls for regular. Like you're just going, no, don't try to be too much here. Slow down here. You don't have to do everything. And that's past tense. He was one of the best players in the NBA. Was. He's not. And I think the realization of that for Russ is the first step. Like you have to admit you have a problem before you start solving it. And I think that's the problem, that Russ looks around and goes, I'm not the problem. Yes, yeah, you're part of the problem. And he's going to be the scapegoat. I realize that. I mean, he does play hard. He was healthy. He plays every game. But that's the bad news. Part of you is like, Russ, why don't you sit out a little bit here? How's that hamstring? Is sore? No. I can go all day. Yes, I can. Yeah, Marv.
Do you think the sixth man of the year might be a goal? Like, say, Darvin Hamm. Hey, you could be sixth man. You could be like Tyler Hero. You could put up 20 on the second team.
We said it from the beginning. When he went there, I thought, bring him off the bench. All that energy, let him come off the bench. And just pump him up and say, we need you. You're going to be buckets. You're going to run your offense here. But he doesn't play defense. He's lazy on defense. Somebody that athletic should be a lockdown defender. And he's not. Yeah, Paul.
This reminds me a little bit of 5 years ago when Carmelo Anthony joined Oklahoma City. Remember his first press conference? They asked him about coming off the bench. And he goes, who, me? He goes, oh, you talking to me?
Yeah.
He goes, Petey, they want me to come off the bench. And everyone was laughing.
Yeah.
But remember, he lasted Oklahoma City for 1 year. He averaged 16 points. And then his career kind of went into no man's land. He was at home watching TV. Yeah. He couldn't get a job in the NBA. And then when he came back to the NBA, he did come off the bench, Carmelo. Remember in Portland, he had a couple nice years there.
Yeah.
And the Lakers, he wasn't the problem last year. He was a nice bench player.
You're the last person to find out.
Who, me?
Yeah, you're the last. That's where you go. Yeah, you Mello. You need to come off the bench. Yeah, Marv.
It happened to Allen Iverson too.
Yo.
When he was in Memphis, and he's like, "What MVP came off the bench?" And I was like, "Oh." I said, "Psst."
I forget about those years. Did he play in Turkey too?
Yeah.
Ow.
Sad.
Yeah, Paul.
And those years are all the same age. Carmelo had his age 33, 34. Russ is 33, turning 34. When Iverson kind of went downhill, it was after the age 33 season. He became like a role player, averaging 17.